Welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Today I'm going to make this really pretty blue and silver wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I don't use the blue mesh or the let it snow sign. And I'm going to start by adding pipe cleaners to my wire frame. This is a 14-inch wire frame. I'm going to add a pipe cleaner to each crossbar, twisting 3 times. I'm twisting tight, but not so tight that it's squeezing the wires together. And once I get the inside done, I'm going to move to any crossbar on the outside. And I am going over 2 rings. I'll twist it 3 times and then lay it across the wire frame. Where the pipe cleaners end is where I add my next one. And I'll do this going all the way around. The reason I didn't use the let it snow sign was after I got it and placed it on top of my wreath, I didn't like how rustic it looked with this really shiny wreath. I thought this one needed more fun and more glitter. I'm cutting my mesh at 25 inches. I have a silver mesh and a white mesh. And I'm just going to do the ruffle method with this wreath. I am alternating white and silver. So one I have silver on the top, white on the bottom. The next I have white on the top, silver on the bottom. And I like to place something heavy on my mesh and then just ruffle it up using my my fingers, like accordion folding. And it's helpful if you go ahead and open all of your pipe cleaners on the outside. I hadn't done that. It just saves you a step as you're going around. When your hands are filled with mesh, you don't always have the best way to open things. I don't know if y'all can tell, but my favorite method is the ruffle method. I just love how pretty it comes out. I like the way it's kind of like it looks scalloped on the edges. I just think they're so pretty. After I add my ruffles, I do like to fluff them out to make like a circle. Sometimes I do it as I go, sometimes I do it at the end. And here I'm going to show you that you can use your bow dabber to hold your ruffles if you don't want to keep opening and closing your pipe cleaner. Because sometimes your mesh, especially if it's like really stiff mesh, will pop right out when you open your pipe cleaner. And this just holds everything nice and sturdy. Then you just pull it out and put it all together at once. You can even add your ribbon into your bow dabber. I just always cut my ribbon after. But if you do it like pre-cut it, you can just add everything in there and then just stick it straight into your tie. I might do that one day and show you. I also like using the bow dabber because it finds your center for you. So you know exactly where to put your pipe cleaner so you don't have any crooked ruffles. So this is how beautiful it looks when you're done. I absolutely love silver and white together. Now I'm just going to show you how I like to cut my ribbon. I have this piece of cardboard cut just under 12 inches. And I like to just wrap my ribbon around it. Doing seven pieces because I have 14 ties. And I'm doing alternating 2 and 2 in each one. But I just slide my scissors in and just cut at the ends. And that gives me perfect 12-inch pieces of ribbon. I really love all these beautiful blues and whites and silvers together. Alright, I do like to dovetail the ends of all my ribbon. And I just fold it in half, like hot dog way, and then cut from the wire to the crease. These are all the ribbons I'm going to be using. And like I said before, I'll have 7 of each kind of ribbon, 7 12-inch pieces. And I like to go through and stack them the way I want to add them to my frame or to my wreath, just because it makes my life easier. And then I'll fold it in half to find the center, and I'll crease it. And I decided not to open the ties this time, so I'm just going to place it on top of the pipe cleaners, twist it 3 times, and then I like to roll down the pipe cleaner with my glue stick. Alright, so now I'm on my last ribbon bundles. And the only difference I do on the outside versus the inside is, one, sometimes I have to hold onto my frame when I'm pressing the ribbon in, and two, I like to fluff it differently because I don't like the inside and the outside ribbon to overlap a lot, because that way you can see it all. Okay, so now I went through my stash and found all kinds of picks that I thought might look good on here. I definitely wanted to use this one. I like how snowy it looks. It's got those swirls and twirls, and some of these picks I was able to just wrap around the frame. I did with the big silver pick, and I'm also going to do it with some others. The blues. Yeah, the blue ones right here. And if you can't get it done with your finger, you can always use a tool. Now these were kind of plastic. They weren't actually wires. So I end up using a zip tie to attach these. I twisted it around the frame, and then I feed the zip tie around it. It was a really pretty pick, but I didn't like how concentrated it was, so I just cut it into a bunch of little pieces and stuck them here and there. And I found these really pretty spirals, curlicues, or whatever you would call them. I thought they were a lot of fun. I decided to use a zip tie on these as well, since the pick things were so long. It just made it easier. Now I picked up these branches from Dollar Tree, and I thought they were so beautiful. It doesn't look like something you would buy at Dollar Tree. They're really pretty and sparkly. I was having trouble finding where I stuck it through because I had so many things in the back. My only advice for this is to be sure none of your pokey parts are sticking out towards the back of your wreath, because you don't want to scratch anyone's door. I had one lonely snowflake, and I decided I wanted to add it. And I had this really pretty tinsel pipe cleaner, so I just wrapped it around the edges of the snowflake and then fed it through and attached it to the frame. And you can't even see where I had it because the ties were silver. And then I found these cute little balls. I got these at Hobby Lobby. The blue is a little bit darker than the blue that's in the ribbon, but I thought it worked so well together. And I'm doing the same thing. I stick these through the back, and then I just twirl them around the frame. And you can always go back through and add zip ties to everything. I really wished I had a snowman sign that had blue in it. I thought that would be really pretty here. I really, really wanted to use that Let It Snow sign. I even changed it. I'll actually show you that footage when I actually use it. That's where my other snowflakes went. Because I know it's recognizable as Dollar Tree, and I thought, well, if I could add a little bit to it, then you wouldn't be able to tell. Well, that's it. That is my blue and silver and white snowflake wreath. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for watching, and if you learned anything or liked my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.